Hello everybody, this is Bridget Wilder, dietitian. I am partnered with Advocate Aurora Health and Kinship Community Center, formerly known as River West Food Pantry, bringing you Recipe in a Bag. So what is the mission behind us coming together developing Recipe in a Bag? First of all, this series of Recipe in a Bag is focusing on how to prevent hypertension. Another word for hypertension is high blood pressure. Some of the ways that we can help alleviate or monitor our blood pressure is through food consumption. One of the valuable components that we need to consider when keeping our blood pressure under control is hydration. There is a food component that has a high water content that can provide hydration, keep your body cooled, provide the nutrients that you need, and help encourage heart health. So today's focus is called minty watermelon salad. So we have a water-filled fruit, which is watermelon, and a water-filled vegetable, which is cucumber. It's a great summertime treat. It's a great alternative instead of potato salad at a barbecue. So let's say we're trying to stay hydrated in the summertime, which we normally are. This summer has been heated. It's a great way to keep our energy flowing because a lot of times some foods at cookouts can be kind of heavy filling. This is a great compliment on the side of some of those dishes. So some of the main ingredients for this recipe is watermelon, cucumber, lime juice, olive oil, and feta cheese. So that may sound like a little weird component, but don't knock it until you try it. So let's get started. The first thing that I want to do is cut this watermelon. So for this salad, I would cut about 6 cups of watermelon. I'm so glad this watermelon is easy to cut. I mean, my God. Sometimes we get watermelons and man, they can be so big. But now just look at that watermelon. That watermelon looks good. It looks healthy. You know, and one way that you know how to pick a fresh watermelon and see that yellow bottom, that's a sign of a fresh watermelon. And you also want to make sure that they're not soft at the touch. If it's soft at the touch on the outside of the watermelon, it's probably a watermelon that's too mushy. And when you cut it, it's not going to be any good. So this is one of my favorite fruits. Just the refreshingness of it, it makes it one of my favorite staples. But when I found out I can put watermelon in a salad, it had me at hello. So as you can see, I'm going to take each quarter because we want it to be like diced watermelon for this recipe. And it's easy to get 6 cups of watermelon out of a big watermelon. You know, the watermelons comes in all types of shapes. There are even yellow watermelons. If you decide that you want to use a yellow watermelon for this recipe, that's definitely doable. And as you can see, the sizes of the pieces are chunks. Now that we have the watermelon cut, we're going to set it aside and then cut the cucumber. Make sure that you wash your produce, wash the outside of your melons. It's very important because a lot of contaminants can be on our fruits and vegetables, so it's important that we wash. It smells so good, let me tell you. I mean, when you got fruit that fills the room, you got something fresh. So you want to like thinly cut the cucumbers. You don't want it to be too bulky in your salad. You don't want the cucumber to be overpowering. You want it to be a complement. I wish I was in a room with some of you all that's watching this video. Like, what are some of your favorite fruits and some of your fond memories with some of the fruits that you enjoyed? Some of my fond memories are seeing people pick watermelon from patches and the older people knowing exactly what to pick and how ripe it was. And then it's cold from the ground. Can you believe it? Watermelons are literally, they taste like they've been refrigerated from the ground. That's so odd to me. As I bring you Recipe in a Bag, I like to introduce you to new things and make it fun and creative. Okay, so now that we got the cucumbers cut, and as you can see, They're thinly sliced, and then I slice them again to have them. We also have the component of having red onions. We don't need to add too many red onions because we don't want it to overpower the dish. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make like the dressing. And what that consists of is 1/4 cup of lime juice and 1/4 cup of olive oil. Now I'm going to add a dash of black pepper. You can add black pepper to taste. I'm just going to add a dash because I do not want to overpower the salad. Now I have mixed the salad dressing. So now let's assemble. I'm placing the watermelon in the bowl first. This recipe stretches. It's a great dish to bring to a potluck. People will be like, oh my God, what is that? I get that all the time because I'm the one that likes to bring healthy food to places where traditional foods are made. And a lot of times when I show up, it's like, okay, what is Bridget bringing today, right? And then when they taste it, they're like, Bridget, that's really good. How did you make that? So it's a soft way to exposing the people that I love to healthier versions of food. So that's my trick, but it has to taste good. So now that I added the watermelon, I'm going to incorporate the cucumbers inside. And again, I don't want it to overpower, so I'm just adding the slices as I go. Now, I'm going to just sprinkle in about 2 tablespoons of onions. Depending on how big your salad is, you need to add more. And then finally, the lime juice and olive oil. First of all, doesn't that sound heart healthy and good? Lime juice and olive oil mixture, come on now. And then you just add it to the salad. Mix. So as I mix all the ingredients, well, look how pretty that is. I mean, I'm sure by you watching this, it makes you just want to get in there and try it, right? Oh, but it's still one more thing I gotta add. Remember I said the feta cheese and the mint? It's actually not complete until we add those 2 components. So now I'm going to add just a few sprinkles of feta cheese. Not much. You don't want it to mush it in there because you don't want it to break down the salad. Mint. It's a great complement to the watermelon and cucumber because it just adds a little zest. It adds a little minty, but it's very subtle in the recipe. You can just take a couple of mint leaves, just a couple, you don't need too much, and just break it within your salad. See, I'm gonna be the first to try it just to encourage you that, man, I know it's good, I'm confident in it. Overwhelmingly delicious. With that being said, my final words of today is be well in your mind, body, and spirit. Aurora and Perseverance Health and Wellness Coaching encourages you.